Hi, welcome to Stampin' It Up with Catherine. Today we're going to explore some stamping techniques and tricks to take a sip of your creativity. Puns are intended. So a sip is stamps, ink, and paper. Essentially, it's just the foundation of your card. Every card has stamps, ink, and paper. And then a T stands for template, embellishments, adhesives. And those are just some things to kind of make your cards a little more fancy. So today we are going to be focusing on some embellishments. And I've got 3 cards that we're going to finish up. So I've made most of the card. We're just going to add on some embellishments to make them a little more fancy. So let me set my tea aside and we'll get started. All right, so the first card that we're going to make tonight is, so I have the front mostly done, and then inside it says, oh, I forgot to move my camera. Let me move my camera real quick. To get that moved tonight. Okay. So the card we're making tonight, on the inside says, so berry sweet, and I've got some cute little strawberries. But we are going to be making an embellishment, this little strawberry embellishment that we're going to make, as well as use a punch, pun intended, to punch out our little greeting. Happy Valentine's Day. So we are making Valentine's cards all week. So the way I like to do punches is I like to stamp the paper first. Find it a lot easier. And then just center inside the punch. And there we go. So that will say Happy Valentine's Day. And then for our strawberry, you just need scraps of paper. So this is our strawberry punch. It's got 4 different parts to it, and you can stamp whichever pieces you want to. So we're just going to be stamping out the strawberry and the strawberry top. So we'll start here with our strawberry. And very sweet. Okay, and then our little top here. So this is a punch builder. I think I forgot to mention that. So this one was just a geometric shape punch. And then this is a punch builder. So it is made to have multiple pieces. And then you will use glue to adhere it all together. And we'll be talking more about adhesives tomorrow, because there are so many different types, and I probably won't even get to talk about all of them. So here's our strawberry. And then I've been trying to decide if I want 1 berry or 2. I think we're going to do 2. So we are just going to put some of these little hearts on part of the strawberry. And the hearts are to kind of look like the berry seeds. So we'll just put little dots of glue around. And then I have these shaker shapes. So these are made for making shaker cards, but I have not yet gotten around to making shaker cards. And I found that they make really cute embellishments. So you just carefully put them on top of a little dot of glue and press down. And they stay put, and they're really cute. They're kind of tiny, so that is probably the trickiest part, is getting the dexterity to put them on. And so, there we go. I think this punch might have used to have a matching stamp set, but I don't think they have it anymore. So I just kind of created my own spin, using it as a punch folder to make really cute cards. Strawberries are one of my favorite fruits, so making so many Valentine's cards this week, I've been trying to figure out who all I'm going to need to send them to. Okay. And then we are going to just put a little touch of glue on this side. Stick these two strawberries together. And a glue there. And then a tiny bit of glue up here. And there you have it. You have a happy Valentine's card with berries because you were so very sweet. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and jump right into our second card. I don't want to take up all night. So I'm going to show you kind of one I made the other day. We're going to make one that's pretty similar. So this is one that I embossed. The paper basically just makes it textured paper. I'll show you guys here in a minute. My cut and emboss machine. We won't do any embossing tonight, but we'll do that probably in another future live. And then we have a die cutting machine that will cut these out for us, and that just makes them look spectacular. And then on the inside, I've got some more die cut and stamped images. So I've got most of the card already done, so that we can just add the die cuts. So I wanted to show you guys kind of what the dies look like. They're basically just these little metal pieces. And I've already stamped all my paper, and I used washi tape to stick them down. So I just need to stick this last one down, and then we'll send it through the cut and emboss machine and have our little pieces all cut out for us. All right, and the reason for using washi tape is so that they don't slide around. Depending on what you're cutting out, you don't necessarily need to use tape every time, but they can slide around. And since I'm trying to get right exactly where I stamped, that's why I'm going to use the washi tape. All right, so tea time, you need sandwiches, right? So our cut and emboss machine, depending on what you're doing, you need to make different sandwiches. So there's our platform, the thin die adapter, and then our cutting plates. So I'm just going to set it down right here. And then we're going to put our paper here, and then put a cutting plate on top. And then we're going to send it right on through. And then it's normal for it to make those cracky noises. That just means it's cutting the paper. And then just to make sure everything cut properly, we're going to send it back for a second time. And if you really want to be sure, you can always do a third time. I suspect twice is probably good for these. I haven't had any issues with them thus far. So we'll set that aside. And as you can see, I cut out a bunch of little pieces. And we will set our sandwich over here. Okay, so I love this shape because it has cuts a little slit, and that's where we'll stick our straw into. So cute. We'll put that on top of our ice cream. And then the washi tape is really nice because it just comes right off. Doesn't damage. Usually it doesn't damage the paper too much. That one tore a little bit, but as long as you put it on properly, it won't tear your stamped image. It comes right off the die. And then the dies, I use a magnetic board. Just throw those back on there. But I'll do that later to save Save some time. All right. Oh, I just realized I forgot one of my puns. I was going to say I'm dying to show you guys the dies, but I forgot. And if you're joining us, welcome. So first, let's adhere this piece here. And then we're going to put this little piece up here in front. I found the trick with making cards is just lots of layering. Gives the card lots of dimension. Okay. And then I have some pieces up here that I actually cut out earlier that I was going to play around with. Thinking I might. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So I'll talk more about pieces tomorrow, but I'm using a tape runner for this piece. Be a little bit tricky to stick down with glue. And then let's just put on a bit of glue onto this piece. My glue is getting low. Okay. Okay. So that will need to dry, but that's the front. And then on the inside, we're going to put this little bowl of ice cream. And I cut a cherry and stuck that inside of the ice cream. And this one I'm going to go ahead and just glue directly in here. All right, there we go. I was just going to show you this set. It has several different pieces that you could stick in that little slit. Like there's a spoon. I could use a spoon instead. They also have additional pieces if you wanted to put like a solid color up on top to make it like syrup or something. But there we go. That's card number 2. And then the last card I wanted to show you guys is actually from Paper Pumpkin. And so these are subscription boxes that you can get from Stampin' Up. And if you're new to stamping, I would highly recommend like starting here. It has everything that you need to get going. So I'm gonna set those are actually mine. So I'll just show you real quick what's in here, and then we'll do one of the cards. So it comes with the instructions, and this one comes with 2 different card sets. So we'll do this one tonight, and probably try to do that one tomorrow night. So I'll open up the instructions over here. And that's just a paper. So it comes with some thread, some tape, some envelope. So this is the card. I made one just to show you guys kind of a sample. And so it comes with dimensionals. I'll talk about those tomorrow. It comes with stamps. It comes with a Stampin' Spot. So that's your ink. I'll probably just set this one to the side since I already have a stamping pad in that shade. And then we'll just pop out the pieces we need real quick. And we'll set the box aside. I think I have everything out we need. So this is our card base. I'll just go and fold that. Okay. And then in here it has our stamps. And the instructions say to use a stamp, "Your friendship is unforgettable." That's this little guy right here. So these are the photopolymer stamps. And I'll just actually put it down first. And then put that in there. and pop out one of these guys. So if you don't have a cut and emboss machine, like these are really nice because they're already cut out for you. Just pop them out. You don't need anything else. And if you start out with like a subscription box and then decide you want to get further into stamping, there's nothing wrong with that. Because everything like color coordinates with Stampin' Up. I'll just be one step ahead on having some of their colors. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to spray my cleaning pad here. Okay. So set the pad aside. These aside, we don't need them in the way. Okay, so then we need to cut 8 inches of our thread. What's really nice is they have a ruler right in the instructions for us. So we will pull this out to 8 inches. Okay, and it wants us to tie it in a bow. It also wants us to put down some of this double-sided tape. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of our tape. I really don't need very much. I'll put that right there in the middle. And peel off paper. Okay, and so my little trick to tying bows is loop around both fingers, pinch them, and then one over the other, like you would if you're tying a shoelace. But just push through the loop. And then pull tight. There you go. You have a bow. And so we just need to stick that guy down. And add dimensionals. And I skipped a step. We're supposed to add dimensionals to this as well. And so dimensionals, I'll talk about these tomorrow, but they're basically just foam stickers that pop up your paper. And it just adds kind of some more interesting dimension. They're called dimensionals to your card. And so we're just going to pull off the paper part. Okay. And so this will go inside here, in the middle. Okay. And then the nice thing with the paper pumpkin box is that it makes, I think makes like 4 of each card. So that's 8 cards. And so if you're wanting to make just a whole bunch of cards really quickly, it is perfect for that as well. So there we go. So your friendship is unforgettable. We can close it with that. And then on the back, it's got the forget-me-not flower. It says, love, devotion, memories. Small and delicate forget-me-nots remind us to never forget the people we love. When you give someone these sky blue flowers with yellow centers, it represents a promise that you will always remember them. It also represents your hope that they will always remember you. And so I just think that was perfect for Valentine's Day, even though this box was actually from August of last year. And so let me know if you have any questions about the subscription box. We'll talk more about it tomorrow and do the second card. Oh, actually, I forgot one last embellishment. So embellishments, this thread, and then they also have these little gems. And so I'm just going to pop a couple of them onto some of these flowers. Just kind of add a little shimmer to I don't know if you can see those in the camera, but it does add a little bit of texture and shimmer. All right. All right, so thanks so much for joining us today. If you have any questions or just want to expand your creativity, pun intended, just please let me know. I'd be happy to be your demonstrator, help you get started. And I hope you guys all have a lovely night, and I'll hopefully see some of you guys back tomorrow.